What's going on, everybody? All you Bitcoin fans, how's it going? Give me 2 minutes. We're going to get set up here and we're going to talk about the Bitcoin Segwit2x actually getting canceled, something that we're definitely going to want to talk about there. I'm actually getting the document up, getting ready to go so we can update you guys really quickly as it's happening, because it just happened, I believe, in the last 30 minutes now. It was very, very quick. So for those of you involved in Bitcoin, you might want to take a look at your accounts really quick. And if you're in a position to, go ahead and sell at least a portion of your Bitcoin. And here is why. So Segwit2x, like we said, or like I mentioned a bit ago, is actually going to be canceling or is canceled. So that is something you guys want to keep in mind. What is that going to do? Why is that a big deal? And basically what you need to understand, let me get my live feed up before we keep going here, so I can converse with you guys who are watching. You need to understand, let me get, okay, there we go. All right, so if you're watching, like I mentioned, Bitcoin Segwit2x was canceled. We're going to go into that document really quickly here. Pull up my thing so I can share my screen. And we're just going to really quickly go into what was released. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong document. And we have a whole group about this, guys, on Bitcoin. It's called Bitcoin Value on Facebook. It's just free information for you guys to basically, understand what's going on in the industry right now. We have conversation going on all the time that you guys can take part in. So if you're interested in, staying up to date with news, because we were all informed about this as soon as it happened. We all actually got to sell out at a high point. So that was really good right before. And I think it's sitting at, on one exchange, it's sitting back down at about 7,100, and we all sold out at about 77, 79. Some of us got in at 79 when it peaked out, all those risk takers. But we're going to go ahead and talk about this article really quick. Let me see here, make sure this is, okay, cool. We're sharing. So basically, this is the article that talks about, wait, no, it isn't. Good God, why can I not get the right article? There we go. God. Okay, we're on the right track now. All right, for everybody watching in post, I'm sorry you had to wait through that a little bit, but this is it. Breaking news, Segwit2x fork canceled by BitConnect. They're a news site. So basically, we're just going to read through this article really quick and go through some of the talking points. And then, what my recommendations are. Obviously, it is to watch the market very closely. Make sure that if you do sell out, you sell out at a good time for your investment, so that you're not losing money. But again, it is something you're going to want to watch. Confidence is going to drop when something like this happens. This has been a big talk for the last few months, or a couple months really, planning this Segwit2x and all the people jumping in. That's why the price has spiked so much. People are getting in because they're expecting free basically B2X coin. So what we're looking at here is this is going to cause some confusion in the market. It's going to cause some people to lose trust in Bitcoin, especially people who just bought in, within the last couple of days, and they're seeing this happen. So, it loses confidence overall for Segwit2x and for Bitcoin itself, which is going to cause the price to drop a little bit. We've already seen it today. It was at 7,900, and again, it sits at 7,153. Now, be careful going into the market. Don't just go in and sell automatically because you're seeing crazy spikes. It's been going crazy all day. Within a matter of, I think it was about 45 minutes, it jumped up $400, and then it instantly crashed down another 15, 20 minutes later by about $300. And like I said, now it's sitting at about 7,150 on BitREX, which if you guys use BitREX, that's an exchange that you can use to exchange Bitcoin and other altcoins. So that's what it's looking like right now. So let's read a little bit into the article. So BitGo CEO Mike Belshi has published a post indicating that contentious Segwit2x hard fork scheduled for this month will not occur due to a lack of community support. The post states that the Segwit2x fork began in May with a simple purpose: to increase the blockchain size and improve Bitcoin scalability. At the time, the Bitcoin community was in a crisis after nearly 3 years of heavy debate, and consensus for Segwit seemed like a distant mirage with only 30% of support among miners. Belshi adds that Segwit2x found its first success in August as it broke the deadlock and quickly led to Segwit's successful activation. Belshi states, "Our goal has always been a smooth upgrade for Bitcoin. Although we strongly believe in the need for a larger block size, there is something we believe is even more important, which is keeping the community together." Belshi concedes, "It is clear that we have not built sufficient consensus for a clean block size upgrade at this time. Continuing the current path could divide the community and be a setback to Bitcoin's growth. This was never the goal of Segwit2x." So basically, Segwit2x was coming out to increase the blockchain size. It was supposed to go from 1 megabit to 2 megabits. The only issue is, well, there were really a lot of issues underlying why the change wasn't fully supported. There wasn't a clear plan of action put in place. It seemed kind of rushed. So that's why a lot of support, a lot of support was there in the beginning, because a lot of people do want to increase the overall blockchain size. They want to make it to where transactions can occur quicker and at a cheaper rate, thus making it to where Bitcoin can actually come on the market internationally and start being used as a currency to purchase things. That's the only way that's going to happen, is if they can decrease those times, the transaction times and the transaction costs. That's what Segwit2x is supposed to do by adding more space, basically, for people to bring transactions through one block. All right, so what we have here, though, is basically what they're saying is we're not comfortable. We're not going to move forward and chance crashing the whole market because of, some uncertainty and things that aren't clear with Segwit2x and the conversion over from Bitcoin or BTC to B2X. There's a lot that goes on in making this happen. That's why the exchanges were saying that they were going to be down for a day, maybe 2 days, up to 3 days. And it was because, they want to make sure that everything levels out evenly. They don't want to lose interest in this because it is at an all-time high this year. And if this isn't like the other forks, Segwit was supposed to be a completely altered fork where it is a completely new technology being introduced that is supposed to overtake the legacy coin. And this was, it's bigger than all of the other forks. So if something went wrong in this fork, it was going to kill the whole market, and everything that Bitcoin had built in the last, 8 to 9 months would just disappear. So let's continue reading. The markets have responded with a dramatic surge into new all-time highs. We got up to 7,900, but some of these articles have just come out stating that it's being canceled, and that's why we instantly saw, I'm looking back, that's why we instantly saw that crash back down to 7,100. It spiked up to 7,900. I was watching it through that whole hour because it was just interesting to watch how quickly buyers and sellers were coming into the market and what people were buying in at because they didn't want to miss any more of the spike, and what people were selling at because they've been holding on to it for a while now. So it's really interesting to watch. And literally within an hour and a half, it had risen in price about $400 or $400 to $500 and dropped about $300 to $400. So it's just insane to see. The markets have responded with a dramatic surge into new all-time highs following the announcement. Bitcoin saw a spike of approximately $500. So yeah, $500 in less than 1 hour, signifying a highly bullish reaction to the news. Meaning people were like, oh yeah, let's get in. And then when that typically happens, when you have a period of a bull rush or a bullish reaction, is what it states in this article. What you typically see is a bunch of people buying in, and the price keeps going up and up and up because sellers are selling out, but then eventually it peaks out. And that's exactly what happened today, again, as it still sits around 71.50. And that's at what, 1:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on November the 8th. So you guys just have to be careful, but I wanted to update you guys, let you know that there is going to be a lot of fluctuation in the market. You should see some dipping into altcoins, or you should at least start converting some of your Bitcoin into altcoin, because you will see people start to flood back to altcoins now that they know Segwit2x isn't happening. So that's basically it. Let me hop on over to our feed and see if we have some people that are asking questions. Where are we at? Oh yeah. So This is not updating for some reason. It is lagging really bad. I think it's just because my internet's being slow. But as long as you guys got the information, that's what I wanted to put out there. So until next time, guys, I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, yeah, see, we have 11 viewers, but it's not showing me any of the conversation. Let me see if I can reload this and see if I can get some of the conversation to upload on here. Yes, suspended, not canceled. This is what the article said. I was going off the actual article itself. But as you can see, it is suspended, but for now, canceled, suspended. It's a matter of words, a matter of how you use those words, perspective, really. But suspended, canceled, it is canceled for the November 16th time slot, moved on forward, yes. But it is something you guys are going to want to watch and keep yourself up to date with. Just so you guys are aware, I wanted to keep you guys up to date because I told you I would bring you news. If you guys are looking for our little Facebook group, our free Facebook group, so you can get those updates as soon as they're happening, we have a bunch of guys that are very involved with this and have decent sized portfolios in Bitcoin. And they're very engaged on this group because they want to make sure that nobody misses out. They want to see the future of Bitcoin do well. And to do that, the community has to support each other. We have to be able to inform each other when things are happening. That way, nobody gets screwed out of their money. That's the only way this is going to stay positive. And yes, eventually, not eventually, but in time, people will get screwed on their investment because they'll lose money. They'll buy in at a bad time and sell at a bad time. But overall, if you stay informed, if you stay up to date and watch like we've been doing, you can, sorry, ESPN's updating me for some reason. If you stay informed and stay up to date like we've been doing, you can sell out at all-time highs and get back in at another low. I mean, we just made a quick few $100s off of our small investment in Bitcoin. So, that was really cool to see. But again, it's only because we're staying up to date. So you guys, if you aren't subscribed, subscribe to this channel so that way you can stay up to date with the most current Bitcoin news and trends and what to do for your investments, things like that. Get involved with our free Facebook group. That's in the link below, as well as Coinbase. If you've never bought before, you can check that out. That's a way to buy. Eventually, when you get a little more involved in it and you understand how Bitcoin works and you get a little experience, you can get onto other platforms like GDAX, BitRex, like I was talking about, and get involved in exchanges. But start basic, go with Coinbase, something like that. That's in the description. And then it's going to be time to start here on BitConnect lending again, now that we know the fork has been suspended. So you guys stay tuned for updates on that. It's 1 to 2% profits per day. All right. So if you have 10 grand in there, you make about 2 to 3 grand a month at this rate. So you guys stay tuned. I'm going to get out of here for now, guys, though. So until next time, Serial Entrepreneur out.